Hello everyone. So welcome back to the Coding in HTML series by Asamani. So in our last video, what we did was we learned the emphasis tag M tag, the U tag for underlining, and the strong tag for bolding. We also learned how to make unordered lists and ordered lists. If you haven't watched the last video, please go watch it and then come back to this video because there are a lot of things that are in that video that we will use in this video. Okay, so if you stuck around from last time, what you should have is this as your the browser as your HTML code. So the English is my language, our beach experience. My name is Asmani, and please like and subscribe. And if you haven't done this last one, please do that right now. Okay, so let's start today's. Let's start what we're learning today. So let's quickly so here what if we want, let's say, so let me just add something to the list. So let's say here I want to, so I'll say Google link. So how do I put a link to Google? Whoops, I did not mean to do that. So how would I do this? How would I include a link to a web page, another website? So what we can do is use something called the A tag. So here it's just A, and then we'll put the Google link inside. So what that means is A is inside the actual text. What should show up in this should be Google link, which is here. But I can't really press on it, and it doesn't go to like google.com. So how do I make it do that? So the way we can make it do that is adding an attribute, what's called an attribute to a tag. So it's called the href, and that's basically a hypertext reference. And hypertext is like HTML, the H stands for hyper, and the hypertext markup language is actually what HTML stands for. And so to connect with browsers, to connect to other websites, you use the href attribute. So here, let's go to google.com here. So I have it pulled up already. So let's just go here and we'll copy and then we'll paste it in here. https google.com. Okay, now let's go back to the HTML. And here we see a Google link has popped up. And if you see, Google, when I clicked on it, google.com popped up. So what if we wanted to be something else? So let's say wikipedia.com. This should now go to Wikipedia. Google link, it's going to wikipedia.org. Okay, but one major mistake that lots of people do is they forget to include this https : // If you see here, when I remove those things and I reload the page, it says your file couldn't be accessed because if you don't put an HTTPS, it doesn't recognize it as a URL link, and it instead looks at it as some type of file in your folder. So it's always important to put this HTTP or HTTPS. So if I put HTTP here, it still goes to Wikipedia. So that's links for you. But what if we want to put an image? Let's say, so first to put an image, we have to actually get the image. So let's just search images of cats. we'll go to images. Okay, so let me see here. Let's just look at this one. So we'll get this, we'll just say save image as cat image, and major thing, you have to store it in your folder that you have it in. So for me, I have it in this coding and HTML folder, so I have to store it in here then, because it won't be able to recognize it later because it would be in a different folder and it wouldn't be looking in the right place. So let's just say, so to put an image, we put the image tag img, and when we put that here, whoops, I don't know why I put a UL. Okay, so we put image, right? But how do I get it to put this cat image and not some other type of image? So the way we can do this, another thing, right before we put in the cat image, if you have a tag like image, because it doesn't really require two tags, what you can do is you can put an introduction tag, you can put a space, and then you can put the slash, and it won't count it as an error. It'll still count it as a full tag. Okay, so let's try getting this cat image to show up. So first thing is, we see that so for the image, to find out a file, you have to put image source. And for this, we can put cat image dot, and if it is in the folder, Visual Studio Code will automatically recommend the image to you as long as you type the first couple of letters. So here, I'll just select this one, JFIF. And so now, when we go reload this page, there you have it. See, there is a cat image over there. But what if I wanted to make this cat image a lot bigger? How would I do that? So we can go up to the CSS. We can put like image. And so there, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's height, and so we can keep it as, let's say, 500 pixels. Whoops, that's 5,000. 500 pixels, and same thing with the width. We'll also keep it as height and width, so 500 pixels as well. Okay, so now when we go here, if you see, it's really stretched out. So the way we can make this better, so it looks like it's just a little too tall, if you know what I mean. It's just too much height. So what we can make this is, we can make this 200%. We don't have to only use pixels. We can also use percentages to increase it by a certain amount. So see here, the height has only increased by twice the amount. And same thing, we could do the same thing for width as well. Width, 200%. So when we go here, it should have increased the width by a lot. So we'll reset. Let's quickly just make it back to 500 pixels. Now when we go here, it's fine now. Okay, so now that we put images and links, so now what if we wanted, let's say, an image, and then it points to like a link? So what we can do for that is, we can have an image. So what we can do is, let's say if we want an image to be a link, how do we do that? So one way we can do that is, so first what we can do is, we can replace this. So we can do Control X to copy and delete it, and we can put the image inside of here, and that should keep it as a link as an image. So the image as a link, sorry, not a link as an image. So now when we press this cat image, it goes to wikipedia.org. So let's say, so this could be used in many other things. So like if you had, let's say you had a website about your school and you had a picture of your school and you wanted to lead that, you wanted that picture, when people clicked on it, it would go to your school's website. That could be one application of the way you could use it. And there are many other things. So one last thing is I want to discuss in this video is another thing you can do with lists. So here we have these bullet points, but I don't want those bullet points, but I still want it in a list. So how can I do that? So there is a specific type of command for this in CSS. So we go to UL, right, because it's in an unordered list, and we go to list style type, and we keep it as none. Then all the bullet points will be erased. And like I said, that's exactly what happened. So for another thing I want to discuss in this video is, let's say, so in the link, if I want my link, if it's text, then I don't want my text to be blue. I just want it to be the same color. How do I do that? So one way we can do that is, so we have this link, we'll put the cat image somewhere else. We'll put it like right underneath. So we'll put Wikipedia. Okay. So we'll go to the A, because A tag is the one that's over here. So the A tag, and I can say color. I can just say as any color I want. So let's say I want it as black, then it'll just remain as black. So first here, so there should be Wikipedia. So instead of being blue, it's just underlined, and so what we can do is color black, underline, we can say. And so it's black, and that's it. So we have it underlined, but it might be confusing if we have an underline here. So let's just remove that underline from the English is my language, because it might be confusing to some people because they might think it's also a link. And so now we have that. That's how we use links, and that's how we use links and images. So I think that will be the end of this video. Please like and subscribe if you subscribe, and when you do subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below saying like I subscribed, and turn on post notifications so you never miss another video. Stay tuned for the next video in the coding and HTML YouTube series by Asamani, and I think that'll be it, and have a great day.